Hello, incoming MBA students. Welcome to UNCG. Hello from Steve Cramer. I am your business librarian for your classes and your curriculum, but that's not the main way I want you to think of me because it's not necessarily the way that best reflects the role I provide, the value I provide. My official job title, indeed, business librarian professor, but here in red, MBA research consultant. That is the main value I add to you and your student teams and your coursework here at UNCG. So remember that phrase, MBA research consultant. And just for example, here's a thank you quote from a year ago in the MBA capstone course, 741, which I'm embedded in. More about that in a minute. And I won't read this to you, I promise. But just note that the student team found value in what I provided to them, my partnership with them as one of their networking coordinators, not coordinators, one of their networking members, I guess, in terms of their curriculum. And I'm going to show you this guide in a second, but one more thing about my role. So this is a brochure used by Professor Mike Beitler to recruit clients for the MBA capstone team, MBA 741. It's something you're taking your last semester. First column talks about the kind of work that you as a student team could do for your client. There's a note about the mentors who are, invaluable parts of your network and of this class. But then the second column gets into research tools that we provide through the library system that you will certainly be using. It also includes references to me as the embedded research consultant. So my value to your class is highlighted in the brochure. And I'm saying this just to impart to you the value you get by having a embedded consultant for research into your curriculum. That's the main point here. You can get to these tools that have been alluded to already from this URL, this research guide. I'm going to show you this in a second. It also has options for you to contact me if you need support. And so let me stop sharing my slides and jump over to my web browser. And here is that web page I mentioned. You can see different topics here, welcoming guides, just briefly, on a different video I have, some testimonials and some links to some class research guides. But I'm going to stick just with this page to wrap up this video. I'm going to show you two examples of content that the library pays for. We usually call these databases. You can see that word here on this page. And that's just a nice kind of convenient umbrella term for this and terminology. But really think about these as professional research tools. Most of these products, and they are products, they're for-profit data products we pay for, are created by industry. They are for industry, for corporate clients typically who need more content, data analysis, intelligence than they can get to for free. Likewise, the students. So gives you value-added content. And just for example, under the industries box, the first link is called IBIS World. And one of the student teams last semester in MBA 741 was researching a trainer who wanted to personal trainer, like exercise trainer, who wanted to expand his market. And so I had the student team research the trainer's report here in IBIS World. This is an industry analysis database. This is about a 40 to 50 page, if you printed it, 40, 50 page long report covering many different subtopics about the nature of this industry, which it does with both infographics and tables and written analysis, narrative analysis, you can see here. Notice, for example, under performance, there is a subchapter called life cycle. So life cycle is under performance for any of these reports. This, as you know, is a mature industry. It's been run for a while. Doesn't mean it's dying or bad. It just means that it's not it's an industry that's been run for a while. So mature is a life cycle case. You might see this question on your quiz coming up, but for a different industry. So example of IBIS, that was super quick, but this is useful for students during a SWOT analysis, a PESTLE, Porter's five forces. It's a really good way to get a concise idea of the industry. And this is free again to you all if you use these links that we have on the library research guide. This gets you authenticated as subscribers through campus. But just for example, if you had a research budget and a credit card and you wanted to buy a report on your own, like a corporation does for IBIS, there's your costs. That one report we just looked at would cost you $1,095. That's how valuable some of these are. And we have other things too. I won't show you this, but we have a Mintel product. This is, again, if you wanted to buy it yourself, don't do this. But if you wanted to, here's how you would do that from their store. And notice their costs. We have this for free in a database we pay for. But basically, this is a $5,000 report. We pay for really valuable things that you should use. Another example you just saw. I'm going to show you how I got to it. Under the market data and mapping section, a product called Something Analytics. It looks like this. I've already logged in and did a search, so I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit too. But for example, if I was researching psychographic and demographic data about trainers or exercise or physical fitness in Greensboro, this is a good way to do that. And so, for example, under data, if I wanted, for example, demographic data, right? Age, income, poverty level, educational attainment, gender, et cetera, I can use any of these options to see that. But also there is data about psychographic data. So behavioral lifestyle type analysis, how we live as people, as citizens, as consumers. And for example, I'm going to type in exercise as a data keyword search and find spending data. How much money are we spending on average by neighborhood in Greensboro on exercise and sports equipment? There we go. We've got number ranges here. I can modify this if I wanted to. I have a separate video on this product if you want to dig deeper into that and see what neighborhoods are most into purchasing products related to sports, recreation, exercise as one metric of interest for gyms or exercise trainers, for example. Or more simple search, yoga. Who likes to do yoga a lot? Well, here we go. The dark red neighborhoods, block groups technically are into yoga. And that's one way to sort of measure the psychographic data. One last example, there's also location data, business location data here. I'm going to type in coffee. Okay, you just did your yoga, you need some sugar, or you just want a hot drink. I can do a search for coffee and see how the coffee locations in town reflect the nature of the neighborhoods that might in some way be interested in coffee. And for example, over here, we found the Caribou Coffee in a Starbucks Corporation in a shopping center called Friendly Shopping Center in Greensboro. So you can overlay business locations by industry on top of what would be otherwise psychographic or demographic data. That's just another example of a product we pay for that can really give you some amazing data, help you make decisions and help you do better on your projects too. And finally, on this research guide, on the right side, my picture, email link, scheduling tool. We can meet if you need to see me in a consultation for research. And again, that's my main role. You can do that both on campus, but more typically with you all being busy students and having full-time jobs often, et cetera. We can do a virtual meeting in Teams. You get a Teams link sent to you automatically. And notice, by the way, just today, good example. I have my calendar open till 6 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, primarily because of grad students like you who don't have time 8 to 4 to come in and see me. So this is intended to make me approachable and available for you all, among the other possibilities of contacting me as well. All right, that's enough. Thank you for watching this video. Good luck with your orientation, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Take care.